If you are moving data from BigQuery to Google Sheets using connected sheets, you are not alone. It's convenient, it's built directly into BigQuery, and it works great for quick ad hoc explorations. But the moment reporting, not exploration, becomes important for the company, connected sheets starts creating more problems than they solve. Every spreadsheet runs its own queries, multiple spreadsheets without having a source of truth for metrics definitions. Every business user gets the access to BigQuery to run reports. And data analysts, they become responsible for debugging dozens of slightly different reports. Yes, spreadsheets are where most business decisions actually happen. BigQuery is where your corporate data lives. But the bridge between them shouldn't be some random independent queries. It should be a true governed and controlled reporting layer. Today, I will show you that clean way to do this. Put a governed, reusable Data Mart layer between BigQuery and Google Sheets and automate refreshes so your spreadsheets stay consistent, documented, and always up to date. Hey there, I'm Yevgen from OWOX. We run this channel to help data teams and business users stop wasting time on fragile reporting setups with data that nobody trusts and start building reliable data analytics workflows that scale. If you want practical tutorials like this one, subscribe and enable notifications down below. We shoot workflows like this one every single week, sometimes more often, so you can actually go and implement them right away. Let's be honest about what actually goes wrong with BigQuery to Google Sheets workflows in most companies. Most teams I know start with connected sheets. That's obvious. It works extremely well for ad hoc analysis, but the moment multiple teams rely on it for reporting, things start breaking. Each spreadsheet runs its own BigQuery queries. Different filters changing the total value appear in different expanded reports. Someone copies a query and tweaks it slightly. Soon, every sheet calculates metrics a little differently. And finally, querying corporate warehouse data makes data analysts the gatekeepers. Stakeholders ask for one more column, one more filter, one more definition, and your ticket queue explodes. This is exactly why classic connected sheet setups are the most expensive ones in terms of long-term support. First, every CSV export becomes its own version of the state. It's disconnected from the truth. Second, if you're using some custom app scripts and the source schema changes, well, data team has to spend weeks figuring out what happened instead of actually doing data analysis tasks. And finally, direct by request querying corporate warehouse data makes analysts the gatekeepers. Without giving them more control, stakeholders ask for one more column and one more filter and one more definition, and your ticket queue explodes. This is exactly why traditional one-off reporting setups are the most expensive ones long-term. Here is the better architecture. BigQuery holds your warehouse data, raw tables, transform tables, and even some views that are used across the whole organization. Then Google Sheets doesn't touch that raw tables. Instead, Sheets reads from a gold layer Data Marts on a schedule. In OWOX Data Marts, that middle layer between the corporate data and the business users is the whole point. Let's kill a misconception. A Data Mart here is not a separate database, and not a part of your warehouse, and definitely not a copy of your warehouse. It's a thin, so to say, metrics layer light on top of Snowflake, purposely built for a specific business question like marketing performance, product usage, revenue analytics. It's a thin metrics layer sitting on top of BigQuery designed for answering specific business questions like marketing performance, product usage, website analytics, or revenue. And when I say governed and reusable, that means that one domain-focused Data Mart answers one clear set of business questions, but across different BI tools and across multiple stakeholders. First, It's designed for analysis and reporting, not storage. In practice, this means that you have fewer IDs and timestamps in the output schema of a data mart unless they are genuinely needed. Second, it's documented and discoverable. Business-friendly aliases and field descriptions so people don't have to guess what revenue gross USD actually means. Stability. You can tweak the upstream tables but keep the Data Mart output schema stable for reporting so the Google Sheets that are connected do not break. And finally, it's access controlled. Everyone can access what they should see and nothing else. So Google Sheets isn't querying random storage tables anymore. It's reading curated, owned, documented Data Mart. OWOX Data Marts is a lightweight data analytics platform designed to make spreadsheets data accessible to business users, to stakeholders. You define Data Marts on top of data from the warehouse. Schedule delivery to Google Sheets, schedule refreshes, and monitor runs, all from the same place. And yes, the same Data Mart can also power BI tools like Looker Studio, and even AI insights delivered into Slack, Microsoft Teams, or by email, still governed by SQL definitions and controlled by the data team. I'd rather call them insights because they could be deterministics, not AI. This is where most teams finally stop duplicating work. For example, your marketing performance Data Mart can feed a weekly Google Sheets report with a performance team, a leadership KPI summary tab, a Looker Studio dashboard, as well as AI insights into a Slack channel called Performance Marketing, summarizing the yesterday's performance. Or a product usage Data Mart can feed the growth experiment tracking in Google Sheets, customer success scorecards in Looker Studio, a product ops email recap about funnel lips. Configure the Data Mart once, reuse it everywhere. Same metric definitions and calculations, no reinvention. Here is the clean split that keeps everyone sane. Inside BigQuery, data folks manage ingestion pipelines, data transfers, transformations, and Data Mart. OWOX Data Mart is for data analysts. They define business logic, metrics, aggregation, filters, fields, naming, documentation, access policy. I'll show you that in about 10 seconds. And in Google Sheets, business users do what they are good at: pivots, charts, formulas, planning, without touching or even seeing SQL, and they make decisions. That separation is the difference between self-service analytics and self-service damage. With this being said, let's go and implement it. Inside OWOX, BigQuery is connected through storages. So go to the Storages tab, click Add a new storage. Select Google BigQuery.
Enter the storage title, something like BigQuery Common. Enter the project ID and select the location. Then you can select one of two authentication methods, either a service account JSON key or connect with Google button. I'll just go with the second option. Authorize the connector and click Save.
A storage is kinda the control bridge that defines what OWOX can query with minimal permissions. And it centralizes credentials so you are not embedding them in every report setup. Once the storage is configured, every Data Mart will query BigQuery through that single connection. So if anything changes, credentials, project setting, permissions, you update it once in OWOX instead of fixing hundreds of spreadsheets. Next up, let's create a Data Mart. Just click Add New Data Mart. Give it a name, select your data storage, and here we go. OWOX supports a few ways to define a Data Mart. Option 1, the king, it's SQL, the most common one. Just write some SQL here in the field, wait for it to be validated, and click Save. I use this all the time. But SQL isn't the only way to define a Data Mart. If your BigQuery tables are already prepared for reporting, For example, some analytics tables built by your data team, you can simply point the data mart directly at one of those tables. You can also reference the views created inside BigQuery or use parent-based data marts if your datasets follow consistent naming or partition structured like GA4 events table. And of course, OWOX can also collect external data like Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads directly into BigQuery using our connectors. But in this video, we are focused on the BigQuery to Sheets reporting workflows. We already have tons of videos on this channel available showing you how to collect marketing and other data into BigQuery. They are way simpler than data transfers, so I will leave a few links in the description. Great, I'll go with the SQL setup. And don't forget, publish the data mart. If it's not published, it's not reusable artifact yet. Great. Next step is completely optional, but I really like it. This step is where data becomes business user-friendly. OWOX will detect the output schema of your SQL automatically, but you can and should enrich it with aliases and descriptions. You can see a specific video about this in the right top corner of the video. You can also specify the primary keys. The future LLM will say thanks you for this. This prevents both people and machines from joining or aggregating data incorrectly. And here is the payoff. Those aliases become column headers in Google Sheets and descriptions show up as notes. So stakeholders get context without asking you in Slack. I'll show it to you in a second. Now we need to deliver it into where the business actually works, the Google Sheets. So first, set up Google Sheets as a destination. Go to Destinations, add a new destination, Google Sheets. Name it something like company name, pipe, common. Here you select one of two options, service account or connect with Google button and save it. So then from the data mart, go to Destinations, add a new report. Name the report, paste the Google Sheets URL, pick a schedule, daily at 9 a.m. That's perfect. Save and run. Now your data lands in Sheets immediately, and it lands clean, aliases as headers, descriptions in notes. And cell A1 includes update information so people can see freshness without guessing. Orchestration without monitoring is just failure on a timer, right? That's why OWOX gives you two essentials: triggers, when the report runs, and the run history, what happened. Triggers can be daily, which is perfect for monitoring stand-ups and daily revenue checks. They could be weekly for management reporting, or interval-based, like every 3 hours, let's say, and if you need frequent updates without going real-time. Then run history tells you everything about the timing, success or failure, reason when something breaks, basically all of the details. This is exactly the way how you replace who exported this CSV and when with an auditable system. So now, do this or your Google Sheet will become a mess again. 1. Separate date tabs from presentation tabs. One tab is for the reporting data that OWOX overrides. Other tabs do pivots, charts, dashboards, anything inside Google Sheets. 2. Do not put formulas inside the override range. Let OWOX owns the data tab. Keep calculations outside the right area. 3. Design it for growth. When building pivot tables or charts, use dynamic ranges. Assume that row counts will grow. So once OWOX Data Marts hold the metrics definitions and reports are the pipeline, you don't need to do CSV exports, store SQL in spreadsheets or dashboards or even GitHub. One definition for revenue, stored inside OWOX Data Marts. One definition for active users, stored in the same place. One attribution model applied to all of the reports, unless you really need to have more. So that's exactly what governed reporting actually looks like. If you want BigQuery to Google Sheets reporting that doesn't drift, doesn't duplicate queries, and gives you more control over reporting, stop relying on connected sheets for operational reporting. Use OWOX Data Marts as the governed reporting layer between BigQuery and Google Sheets. Deliver timely reports on a schedule, monitor refreshes, and reuse the same definitions across every team and every BI tool. Now, get started free with OWOX Data Marts right now. The link is in the description down below. And if you want more workflows just like this, subscribe to this channel and enable notifications. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Yevgen, and until next time, happy analyzing!